Can you hear the sound of nothing? Hi everybody, this is the first voiceover I'm doing on the channel, and I hope you will enjoy it, because I think from now on I'm gonna do voiceovers all the time on my videos, on my speed builds, since now we're doing speed builds on the channel. And yeah, I finally felt like it was time, and I know for sure in the future I'm gonna cringe listening back to this, but hey, we have to start somewhere, right? So I guess since this is my first voiceover, I will introduce myself. Hi everybody, I am Alessio. I am originally from Italy, but now I'm studying in Germany, so at the moment I'm living in Germany. And yeah, that's basically it. Let's talk a bit about this video that I'm doing right now. We are doing a Moroccan inspired mansion. Since I recently purchased the Oasis courtyard Oasis kit, I thought I would do a build inspired by it, and I thought Oasis Springs would fit the best this vibe, since it's a desert and we don't really get many desert worlds in The Sims. So yeah, I decided to try it out for this save file that I'm currently building. I emphasize on the fact that this build is inspired by Moroccan architecture. I am in no way saying this is Moroccan. I'm not very well educated about the topic of Moroccan architecture, so I'm just winging it and building what I feel like is Moroccan. So since the kit is basically called Courtyard Oasis, I decided to build a courtyard. Shockingly. It's not really a courtyard because it's not closed off, but I don't really enjoy U-shaped builds, and I hate O-shaped builds, so builds that are completely closed off, because I just feel that when you're doing a floor plan for a house that's U-shaped or O-shaped, you cannot really do anything except just doing square rooms and building around the empty hole that you left inside. So as you can see, I decided to go for a U-shaped with an extension on the first floor, and that extension I think is gonna be, I don't know yet, a living space, a kitchen space. For now we're building just the exterior. This speed build is gonna be all about the exterior. And yeah, so in the courtyard I decided to go for a vibe, a very open concept vibe. As you can see, I have a lot of archways and a hallway that goes all around the courtyard. And yeah, now I decided that maybe those little archways were a little bit too big, but also because I wanted to put the frieze on top of those walls because they felt very empty. So I had to higher up the level of the walls because they were short, but that frieze goes only on medium wall heights, which is a little bit annoying. I know Lil Simsy once told a trick that if you put the frieze and then lower the walls, the freeze stays. I guess they fixed this bug because it didn't happen for me, so I decided to go for medium wall height on every floor except the first floor, which is tall wall height, just because I really wanted to use that front door. That's incredible. The texture on that front door is amazing. Now we're doing the roof. Firstly, I thought a roof like this that doesn't really go up to the edge of the wall would be cool, but then, as you will see in probably a couple of minutes, even less, I started fencing around the roof, but then the roof didn't look so good, so I just decided to just go up to the edge of the wall with the roof. For the color scheme, I think you can see behind the lot I put like a palette of a series of doors, windows and wallpapers I intended to use. They are mostly coming from the Courtyard Oasis kit. Again, I wanted to experiment with this kit since I recently bought it. And I'm fixing now the the shape of the build, because I wanted to go for something asymmetric, because as I already said, I don't really enjoy U-shaped builds, so I wanted to go for an asymmetric vibe, but that meant that windows wouldn't be evenly spaced. So sorry for those of you who really want properly spaced out windows, that's not gonna happen, but I'm fixing it with the drain pipe coming from Get Together. I really love that item from Get Together. I really think that adds a touch of realism to builds. I most often put them because they come in really good swatches, and I really do enjoy those pipes. And yeah, I'm putting also some landscaping around just to make the building feel a little less flat. And I'm going around all the building putting windows. I do enjoy putting different kinds of windows between levels, but then the same window on the same level. I just think it adds some variety, but then still makes the build feel cohesive. And I thought also those where did they come from? My Wedding Stories windows fit very well with the vibe, particularly in that swatch. We don't really have many windows that match the windows that came with this kit, which is a shame, but we know the kits are very small, so it's bound not to be very usable. I think if you mix it with other packs, like for example Jungle Adventure, and weirdly enough even My Wedding Stories, the pack works quite well. Well, we are now finishing off the build itself. I'm gonna be starting furnishing that in a couple of minutes. I really wanted to go for a very lush vibe across the whole build, just because I feel like in the desert you're gonna want some plants to break up the sandiness of the world, let's say. So I put a lot of plants in the whole build, also because this is quite a rich area of the world, of Oasis Springs. So I think this family will be able to afford keeping up a lush vegetation on their lot. By the way, I haven't built this family yet. I don't really have an idea of how the family is gonna look like yet, but I'm gonna build it on stream on TikTok. For now I stream on TikTok, not on Twitch, sorry. But I think it's gonna be quite a large family, and I want to create a Muslim family, so I want the wife to wear a hijab. Probably we're gonna have maybe some elders, for sure a couple children, maybe a toddler, probably a toddler, because in the backyard you'll probably see it towards the end of the build. I put the slide that came with the toddler stuff pack, so there would be no point in putting the slide if I didn't put a toddler in this family. But yeah, now I'm going all around the build with awnings to put on top of the windows, since this is a very sunny world and a very hot world. So I think most houses in Morocco, or generally in hot places, would have definitely an awning on top of the windows to protect them from the sun. I'm also using the country kitchen tiles, because there's not really a tile that matches the street that's in front of the building, which is a shame, but we're not really surprised. Oh, I think I'm cutting now the footage of me trying to look for a drain. I have the mod that comes from Twisted Maxi. It's called the Better Build By mod, which basically tags all the debug and live edit objects that come in the game. My game is in Italian, since I am Italian, but I thought that the tags would come only in English, so I was really looking for drain, grate, all those words in English that might indicate that I'm looking for some sort of drainage, but I couldn't find the item, so I really had to take a step back and really filter by base game, and then live edit, and then debug, because I knew for sure that item existed. I really had it in mind. I knew what I wanted, but I couldn't find it. So I then, by filtering, I found the item, and I found out that the item is tagged in Italian, which is weird. I didn't expect some items to be tagged in Italian, but I'm not really sure how Twisted Maxi managed to translate the various items in the different languages. But anyway, in the end I found it, and I put all around the lot, and now I'm going in with some more tile, because I feel like since there's not much vegetation, probably in the garden the family is gonna tile a lot of the garden, and use that space as more of a living space rather than stay in contact with nature, because there's not much nature around. I'm putting a pool, of course, because it's gonna be very hot in Oasis Springs, especially in summer. And I changed also the wallpaper on the extension, because I felt like the building was very, very flat, with the white stucco. I guess it's stucco. I'm not really sure what material the wallpaper is, but yeah. So I changed the extension to the brick that comes with the country kitchen kit, and now I'm going around with this amazing tile from the Courtyard Oasis kit. In a moment I'm gonna put it, you can see it now. I'm gonna put it all around the courtyard, because I just think it's amazing. It's really, really cool, and it's perfect also for bathrooms. It's decorated enough that it makes a place feel like it elevates a place, let's say, but also it has the same pattern all over the floor. Let's say floor. So it's not really that busy as the vampire style might be. I really, really do love that tile. I was talking before about the wallpaper, the white stucco from the Courtyard Oasis kit. I'm not sure I'm gonna keep that color. I originally wanted to go for a stark white, but I thought it wouldn't fit very well with the world. Also because Oasis Springs has a very yellow light in the world, so it wouldn't turn out to be white anyways. So I went for the cream, which I thought would look better, but then looking at the building from the map, I'm not entirely sure I like the cream wallpaper. Let me know if you have any suggestions or what I could use to substitute it, because for now I like it, but then from the map I don't like it anymore. So yeah, for my save file, I always like my builds to look good even from the map view. And so I don't know if I'm gonna change it. I might try to look past it, but not sure. Also, the romantic garden stuff pack came really, really handy for the landscaping. I don't often use it because it's a little bit too fancy for my liking. For your average Sims build, it's not really the perfect match. But in this case, since we're building a mansion, I thought it would look really, really cool, especially adding some greenery into the world. I tried to add it as much as I could, for example, with the fence that came with the My Wedding Stories and all this landscaping that comes with the romantic garden stuff pack. Yeah, definitely it added a nice touch. Now I always try to put enough lighting at night, because I like my builds to be quite well lit at night. I know it's not super realistic, but for gameplay it makes sense to have some lights. I'm thinking to put the lights also on the second and third floor, but I'm not sure, because I do like some realism. Now I've just said that I don't care about realism when it comes to light, but I don't know if I'm gonna put lights on all the floors. We'll see in the next speed build. But yeah, I hope you're liking the build so far, and I hope you're liking the voiceover. We don't have much time left. I think we have around 3 minutes, and so now I'm just putting on the finishing touches on the build, like lounge chairs. I'm looking now for a parasol. It was quite hard to find a swatch, because I do want some decorative pieces in this build in terms of pattern, but I also don't want it to look out of place. And most umbrellas in the game don't come in a nice pattern that could be elevating the space and at the same time fit the vibe. So sometimes I just go for neutral swatches because that's all we have in the game. I'm also trying not to use CC for this save file because this is a save file I'm building for myself. I'm trying to fix all of the worlds in all of the game. Just trying to make it playable and have some intricate storylines. And since I often swap my CC because maybe I get tired of some items or I just feel like I want some change, I don't want my Sims going around naked or the houses being half built, so I try not to use CC for my save file. And for now I think I'm doing a great job. I haven't used a single piece of CC so far. We've rebuilt the whole of Willow Creek and we're moving on now to Oasis Springs. I also hope during these weeks nothing major in the Sims realm is gonna happen, because I'm pre-recording quite far because I'm moving back home to Italy for the Christmas vacation, and yeah, I need to pre-record if I want to have enough videos coming out. I'm putting out 2 videos a week for now, so it's quite tough. So this video is gonna go out and at the beginning of December, I think the 6th of December, and I am recording on the 19th of November, so that's quite a lot in advance. For sure something's gonna happen, but I hope nothing major like a pack or the Sims team announcing the Sims 5. But yeah, now we have less than a minute left. I'm putting on the finishing touches for what concerns the garden. I thought this green space would be a great space for kids to play and also for some entertaining and outdoor eating. I don't know how much a family living in the desert would use outdoor eating, but it's the Sims, it's fine. If they can just wear hot weather wear, and they will be fine. But yeah, so we are almost done. Screenshots should be rolling in a couple seconds. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye!